Ladies, it is Jamila McMallow, mindset coach for women executives and entrepreneurs. I wanted to hop on here really quickly to share this thought with you that's just kind of really downloading, and I'm just feeling really inspired to share. And that is this idea that we all kind of grew up with. You've heard the expression to fake it until you make it, right? That you can somehow engage in the actions, and then that will somehow cause you to become a different person. Well, I was recently listening to someone that I follow, and she made an excellent point. And just from that, something really landed for me. So she brought out how Muhammad Ali, she said, first she asked the question, she said, who would you say is the greatest fighter of all times? And everybody, and your answer automatically in your head is, oh, it's Muhammad Ali. And she said, how do you know that? She was like, who told us that he was the greatest fighter of all time? And she said, he did. He pronounced himself that. Okay. And that's how he referred to himself. And thus, everybody else accepted it, believed it, and it became true. But he was not faking it before he made it. He was not simply saying something before it actually became true. It was already true for him. Do you understand what I'm saying? It was already true for him. He was already being the greatest heavyweight fighter in the world. He was already being the champion in his mind. So it was very real. It was very true. And that's how he moved, took action. And because he believed it with such certainty, it just filtrated out, and everybody else, just accepted it. And so, hey, April, thanks for popping in. Normally I'm just on here randomly and nobody pops in, but I wanted to be really quick anyway. But the point is that he believed it. It was true for him. He was not faking it until he made it. And so I used to do this morning routine where I would kind of write out, the actions that I wanted to take to produce, certain goals, whatever. And what I have come to really understand, in the last several months or whatever, is that it is not about taking action and thinking that those actions are going to lead you to becoming someone different. Why? Because the actions that you are writing out, that you're trying to take, are coming from the person you are right now, the person you are being right now. And that person is not the person that you want to become. And so the actions that the version of you is right now is not making choices, decisions, and to-do lists from the place of the person that you want to become. So your job is to start being the person that you want to become and to take action from that place. And by taking those actions, it closes the gap between where you are now and where you're going to be in the future. And so that length of time it's totally on you. It's totally up to you. The extent to which you apply things is the rate of speed. Do you understand what I'm saying? And so it's really it's your state of being. So what do I mean by being? For example, when I write out, how I want my day to go as, being a mother, well, I am being kind. I am being affectionate. I am being playful. I am being loving, right? And so by me being playful and affectionate, then I'm automatically going to take the actions of a mother who's being playful. I'm going to tickle. I'm going to play with their toys. I'm going to do little things. If I'm being affectionate, I'm automatically going to always be rubbing their little backs or giving them little squeezes and hugs. I don't need to write that down. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't need to make a checklist of, okay, so make sure I play with them on the floor, make sure I give them some hugs, 5 hugs, Do you see how that's not, that's not how it works? Think about who you need to be and really it's about future envisioning, really taking the time to think about what you want that future version of you to look like, and then getting clear on who she is being, and then start being her now and start taking actions from how she thinks, feels, and views things. Okay. That's the key. That's the key to really shifting your results from where you are now to where you want to be, as you simply have to step into that future version of yourself. And the way that you do that is, number one, you have to understand who she is and what she's doing. And so you do need to take some time and sit and really imagine. Let your imagination see the vision. If you cannot see it, if you cannot see what it looks like, you cannot have it. Now, here's the thing. We can have a vision of what we would like to see happen, right? But it also all oftentimes unfolds and turns out even better than we expected, you know? So don't think that, well, if I hold on to this, then what if something else? Decide on what you desire. What is that big vision? And then decide, who am I being as I'm living that life, as I'm living that business, as I'm engaging with those clients? Who am I being? Am I being a successful coach? Am I being a successful business owner? Am I being magnetic on the stage? Who are you being at that state, in that place? And then start being her right now. Start showing up as her right now. And the more that you believe it, that that's who you are, everybody else is going to accept it. And you will begin to accept it as true. And that is how you close the gap. And that's how things begin to unfold. And your vision will start to come into reality. So I hope that that makes sense. But it just came, I'm like, oh, I'm so inspired. And I'm like, I don't have time to write this down. I just got to go live really quick before I try to get the kids in bed and whatever. And that takes all day. And so I wanted to share this with you ladies, because I think it is incredibly profound. And I think that if you really get this, you're going to change the game for yourself in every aspect of your life. And of course, if you want some help around this, don't hesitate to reach out, because sometimes the reason why we can't see the vision, sometimes the reason why we can't see that future version of ourselves is because there is some part of us that doesn't believe it's possible, or doesn't believe that we're allowed to have it. And that has to do with some deeper things related to some conditioning, some programming, etc., from our childhood. And as you know, that's my area of expertise. But it's not only about helping you to release and uncover and heal those childhood wounds, but it's about helping you also to step into the future version of yourself. Because once you clear out all that old stuff and now you have a clean slate, it's time now to start writing the new beliefs. It's time to start putting into practice the things that you want to begin to embody, so that you can step into your big vision. So anyway, I hope that you found this beneficial. April, please feel free to comment. And anybody else who's watching the not watching, listening to the replay of this. And yeah, I'll be chatting with you ladies soon.